Welcome back to the Jag TV JAGcast. I'm Owen Werner, and here today I'm with Mr. Henson, our band director. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
That's awesome. So I would say I'm just going to go straight off the bat. How many years have you done the whole band thing?
Yeah,
band
so
director?
I'm in year 28 overall, year 14 here at Blue Spring South, and have been a head band director since I showed up here 14 years ago. So
That's amazing. How was your experience over at the London's? It was a New Year's Day parade?
It was.
Y'all went to?
Yeah, we marched on New Year's Day in London. Parade there started at 1 o'clock, which was 7 a.m. back here in Blue Springs. So it was a really, really fun parade. About 700,000 people is what they expected, what they estimated, I guess, to be at the parade. And they said it was one of their largest attended parades that they've had in their 40 years. So this was also the 40th London parade that they've had. And so watching it was interesting on the parade route because many of the people were not really English speakers. They were people that just came from the countryside, lived in the city of London, just wanted to see what the parade was all about. And they bring American bands over there primarily because they don't have band like we have it here. There's no, soccer, which is world football, didn't have halftime like we have, and so there's no marching bands and things like that. So it's such an American thing that we kind of all take for granted. They just absolutely love it. It was really fun to be a part of.
I bet. So wait, how did you all get the opportunity to be there in the first place?
Yeah, so I think this was our third invitation to the parade. You kind of get there off of your kind of marching band reputation and things like that. So people have nominated us before. We've been able to have an invitation. It was just the first time that the school district has allowed international travel. So this was kind of a trial, to be honest. And so super fortunate and very blessed to be able to have this opportunity. So that's kind of how it came about, is just kind of what we've done in our other marching activities and stuff like that. So they try to grab some of the best marching bands from across the United States and then put them in the parade. So.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time all of our music department has gone to a different continent.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so Blue Spring South opened its doors in 1992, and there's been no international travel, honestly, for, I think, either school, whether it be Blue Spring South or Blue Springs High School. We haven't traveled internationally as a school-sanctioned event. And so we were able to not only go with the band, but we had an opportunity for our choir and our orchestra to also play a concert over there. So having all of us be able to travel over there was really incredible, very special, and for the first time in the history of South. So, we're also felt a little bit of pressure to make sure we didn't mess it up so that hopefully people have this opportunity again in the future, because we want to make sure that it's a safe environment for people, but that we enjoy the experience, and it's a privilege to be able to have had the opportunity to do it.
So you said you got invited, but
yeah.
How does that work? Is it like a random draw, or is it?
No.
They just kind of look all over social media and find y'all?
So especially for marching bands, they look at the competitions we go to. So as we started, increasing our ability and rank in the Bands of America kind of things, then our name had a little bit more notoriety in the United States. And so they were trying to grab some of the best from the United States. And then they kind of send the first kind of application part of that is, hey, we'll send you an email. Is this something that we're interested in you? Are you interested in being able to do something like this? Does it fit your timing? And we started having those kind of conversations. And then we send an application of here's actually what our band was like last year. This is a video of what we do. And then they kind of take that to decide whether or not we're one of the bands that they would officially invite. So there's a little bit of a process to get to the official invitation. And then would have been about 15 months before we actually performed the parade, they officially came over from London and gave the formal invitation. So the former Lord Mayor of Westminster, as well as the parade organizer, Bob Bone, came over to officially invite us across, and we had the band, choir, and orchestra there. And it was, probably 600 or 700 people that were in the audience that night, and they officially invited us over for the formal invitation. And that's actually hanging up in the band room, and it's literally a a formal invitation is super cool. Along with that, they gave it to me. I didn't mean anything at the time, but I have a coffee mug from the coronation ceremony for the king over there. So I think it happened in 22, and they gave that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I mean, I'm sure they're everywhere, and we got over there to find out this was actually it's not everywhere. You probably can find them maybe, but I just thought it was like some sort of a common thing, and it was not very common. So super fortunate. They also, with the invitation, they also gave us that too, which is really cool.
That's incredible. I'm guessing you're wanting to go every year for hopefully.
No, that was a lot. It's very stressful. We took 342 members from either the band or our parents, our supporters, and there's so many people. There's no chance that mentally we could handle that every year. There's no chance. Would I want to do it every year? If somebody else could organize it, it would be super fun. We loved London. It was very safe. Had a great time there. But there's a reason we only travel every 2 years, and it's because we need some mental space, and we need a little bit of like catch our breath time. It was a lot of planning, and overseas and international travel was a lot of extra layers that we're not used to. So making sure that everything was just right was a real challenge for us. And our administrative assistant, Molly Walling, was absolutely spectacular through helping planning a lot of that and organizing like the flight manifests and the instrument manifests and just all the like the little details. But we all need a step back, and not because we don't love kids, but goodness, we need to catch our breath. Yeah, it was amazing.
Wow. Do you have any like future plans or wishes you would want to do with the program?
We have the opportunity right now that every 2 years we kind of take one of these big trips. When we asked the school board to go on a trip like this, we're not asking every 2 years to do something like this. And our next big trip will be, so 2 years ago we played in Carnegie Hall, which was an unbelievable experience in New York City. Carnegie Hall is famous for being one of the best concert halls in the world, and it's on everybody's top 5, top 10 best performance halls in the world to play in. So that was an amazing opportunity, and our next trip will be something along those lines. It'll be a little bit more concert band style, where we take and we probably have all 3 of our ensembles sit down and play, and then 4 years from now will be another big marching trip and stuff like that. Unless some other weird invitation happens that we have to think about and feel, but there is no movement right now for any other of those kinds of parades. So
just like a couple of years down the road, is there any specific locations you'd want to go to? Very specific.
We don't really have any super specific locations right now, except that we do try to, if possible, we try to travel some distance from here. So like, even though Chicago has a great hall and things like that, that's amazing, we'll probably try to get to a coast, whether it's to California or more like Arizona or down in Texas or something like that, maybe back into Florida or something on the East Coast. So we'll try to take some time. The couple of things that always matter to me is, one, what can the performance venue bring for our students that they wouldn't have had the opportunity to perform in maybe before? Is it something that's like a historic venue? I mean, what if we played in Washington, D.C. at the Kennedy Center or something like that, right? So is there a significance of something like that? Is there, a place that's just world-renowned for its acoustics? And then what else can we do while we're there? So even though it's a student trip and it's about performing, we try to bring something else to the students that, like, they may not, if they go on their own, what would they have missed that we could probably bring some educational stuff about? When we marched in 2018 in Washington, D.C., we went to Arlington Cemetery. Like, that may be something that people go to, but maybe not. We got a chance to see all the memorials. We got to have some guided tours through some things. So, and when we were there in 2018, we got to go onto the, what would it be called? Well, we got to see where like the Pershing Zone, which is the Army band based in Washington, D.C. We watched a rehearsal of theirs in their like rehearsal setting. We watched as they were rehearsing. One of their bands was pulled together because there was a funeral, so they were going to walk across to Arlington National Cemetery and play for the funeral. So it was fascinating to watch those things. That's not if we go as a tourist to DC, that's not what we get to see. So my mind is always thinking through, what else can we also gather that we can bring some education and some opportunities for our students? And most of the time beforehand, the students are like, we're going to have to go do this. And afterwards, they almost always write and share. It was so cool. I'm so glad we got a chance to do, watching the Army Band warm up and rehearse and things like that, because we don't get to do that. It's not, we had to ask special permission, all kinds of cool things, so it was pretty fun. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of statements or anything you'd like to say to our viewers? Or
Oh, well, I will tell you that music is alive and well here at Blue Springs South. All three of our programs are incredible. Mr. Bean and his choir, Mr. Mitchell and the orchestra, as well as all of our bands are really, really doing incredibly well. Lots of members in them, but we're just having a great time making music. So I would say, first and foremost, just very thankful to be in this district that supports all of us so well, and the programs are doing an amazing job. And we look forward to all of the cool opportunities we have coming up. This year, for instance, we get to play and perform at the Kauffman Center. So every 3 years we get a chance to perform there, and so getting a chance to take our community there and showcase the talents of our students on that stage. The Kauffman Center, if we lived anywhere other than Kansas City, it would be a destination venue. But because we live here and we kind of take it for granted, we're like, oh yeah, it's right there. But it is an amazing concert hall that people do come from all over to perform in that space and things like that. So we're really looking forward to that in March, and just super thankful for any of you watching the podcast and supporting our students, our schools. There's always things that are going on that can disrupt through like state legislatures and things like that. But the community here is so supportive of students, our academics, our athletics, and from my standpoint, our activities. It's really, really crazy good. And we just appreciate all their support and all the things they do.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for coming.
Yeah.
And
thanks for having me on here. This is really fun. Yeah.
It was amazing. I've never really know much about our band. I've seen all the audio clips, I've seen videos, but London, that's something else, man.
Yeah. Well, everything is here. Just, you're a perfect person, right? Everything in our school is so good. We don't get an opportunity to really champion everybody's things. Our football team's amazing. Our wrestling program's great. Our tennis, our volleyball, it doesn't matter. You go down the list. Softball is incredible. Baseball is incredible. We're winning so many things that it's really hard to get out and see all the other things that are going on, because it's kind of the expectation, and super fortunate to be a part of it, and really appreciate you. I mean, JAG TV, it wins all the awards, all the things, and it's not by accident. We're really good, and great leadership, but amazing students, just like stuff that you're doing. I met you just a few minutes ago for the first time, and I have no doubt you're amazing at what you do, because that's what our school does, and it's really, really a special place to be.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Henson, for coming, and thank you to all of our viewers.
Yes.
Wave.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this JAGcast, and have an amazing rest of your day.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.